most inspirational, Erin Kownacki.
When I took over the program, Erin was a freshman, and so I was excited. I felt blessed that I inherited her, and right from the very beginning, she was so receptive to everything I wanted to do with her pitching style, and very coachable, very, very competitive. Us being able to win a championship in a short amount of time, she's been a real big part of that.
I think the first time I came here was in 8th grade. I came to a camp under one of the previous coaches, and it kind of just always felt like home to me. In October 2015, we had just come back from winning the Horizon League, and the previous year we had won, so we were ready just to pick right up where we left off. I went into the hospital October 9th, was a Friday. That Monday, I think I had woke up with just a headache and just wasn't feeling very well. And then it gradually just started getting worse. I had a terrible migraine. I could barely see straight. And then I woke up the next morning, and that's when I knew something was wrong.
Said first thing that goes in my mind being in college is like meningitis or something. Then when she just didn't stop throwing up and her head was just killing her, and so I took her in, and when the doctor's like, okay, so yeah, we found a little blood clot, and I call it life flight. And I'm like, what? I had a venous sinus thrombosis, a blood clot in my brain. So they took, as soon as we got to the emergency room, they took me to get an MRI, and I was kind of in and out of consciousness. And then I remember waking up and I saw my mom crying. And we never, they never showed us anything about how big it was or anything until we got into the ER. And then it was actually the whole length of her head and over to the side. The night that actually when we were leaving Crittenton, I had called one of her teammates and told her what was going on, and she ended up calling Coach Miner, and they were already down in Ohio.
My assistant and I, Val, were almost to Columbus, Ohio. It's a major recruiting tournament, and our shortstop, Sarah Hartley, called me, and I could not understand her. And I told Val, I said, we need to pull over, something terrible has happened.
We were at a hockey game, and we got the call and the text that Erin had been airlifted to a downtown hospital and was undergoing some serious medical evaluation. So we left Joe Louis Arena and headed downtown to the hospital. And there, her family was waiting, close friends, the coaching staff, and it was, I can't remember what was said for those 3 hours. It was just important that everybody was there in support and kind of working through what was going on with Erin at that time.
Jeff, the athletic director, they sat in the ER with us until 2 or 3 in the morning, waiting until we found out what was going on. The surgery that was going to be needed didn't have a very high success rate. So they put me on blood thinners for a while. And then after a day or two, I think, I wasn't able to speak or move the right side of my body. So I think that was probably the scariest point that lasted it felt like forever. But then after that passed, everything started getting a little better. So I think at that point they were kind of said, okay, well, the blood thinners and stuff are working, so we can just kind of keep on this pathway. They didn't know exactly if I would be able to play again. Depression sets in because she was so used to just working out and doing everything, and she couldn't.
Emotionally, it was very hard on her teammates because they felt, you do, and the staff, you feel kind of helpless. We just wanted to be there to let her know it was okay, whatever happens. We pray that you're able to be back, but right now, Erin, it's real simple for us. We just want you to be okay.
They were great. Quite a few of them came and visited me in the hospital a few times, and they were always texting me, even if I wasn't able to, answer them back. They sent in, some cards and pictures and stuff, and when I got back, they were all really, really supportive.
I think she started seeing that little light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe, I'm going to be able to come back.
I went through, first I had to go through the concussion protocol with my athletic trainer. And then after that, I just started working out with our strength coach while everyone else was doing their weightlifting and stuff. And then just this past summer, I really focused on, pitching.
She started throwing in the summer. and came back in the fall, and we're still working some things out, but clearly an amazing start for us down in Florida. It was fun and emotional. The first day was very emotional for everybody. First weekend, out for us, she was named Horizon League Pitcher of the Week. I mean, her ERA was .5, which is pretty good.
Now that I am able to do things, it makes me appreciate it a lot more.
She's a little different. She's stepping up and really helping us. We're still a pretty young team, 2/3 freshman and sophomore, and I'm seeing her really pick them up more than I've ever seen her do. And it's fun to sit back and watch. She's learned one of those lessons very young, and I'm sure it'll affect her the rest of her life.
It's a new year, it's a new team. We have a lot of returners, a lot of new people, and I think we have the potential to really keep pushing and, kind of bring Oakland softball back to the map.